Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. I thought I'd jump on and do a quick reaction as Newcastle win 2-1 against Rangers up at the Ibrox Stadium this evening. 8,000 Geordies travelled up there. We could hear them singing all game. I'm sure they are very happy that Harrison Ashby scored that last minute header, making it 2-1. 2 wins in a row, 2 wins in pre-season in a row before we make our way off to the USA tour. And I tell you what, we weren't bad, were we? We were pretty good in that game. There were some standout players that I want to talk about in this video, so be sure to stick around. But generally speaking, we had all the ball. We had all the ball from minute 1 to I think minute 35 when they had their first kind of little chance on goal, and obviously they did start to come into it in the second half once changes started to get made. But generally speaking, we were looking pretty good. You know, talk about Sandro Tonali, the man that everybody's talking about. Desperate to see him in action, and he started the game. I would not have predicted it. I thought maybe Eddie can bring him on later in the game, but no. To the delight of all of the fans in the stadium and all of us guys watching from home, be sure to let me know your thoughts on the game down below as well, by the way. Sandro Tonali starts, number 20. I'm sure Adam P's buzzing that he's picked the right number. Hopefully, that's the number that is confirmed as well. I know they do change around in pre-season, but he looks all right, doesn't he? I tell you what, he looked good. He was on it. Bearing in mind, he only met up with the guys for pre-season 4 or 5 days ago. He's hot on it. He looked a step ahead of some of our players as well as the Rangers players. He had a big part in creating Miggy's goal as well. A great bit of movement on the ball to send Anderson in. Anderson, I thought he looked all right today as well. You talk about bringing players in this summer window. Tonali's going to be a massive asset, but Elliot Anderson, if he said that he wants to fight, he doesn't want to go on loan, he wants to fight for his space in this side. If he can really push on this season, I think he could be a big asset as well. And as I mentioned, passes the ball on to Miggy, who, as Miggy does, passes it into the bottom corner, and we're 1-0 up after 15, 16 minutes, and I'm thinking, wow, Miggy, another player we really want to step up this season. He smashed it last pre-season. Hopefully that goal will kick him on to a good pre-season for us as well this season. But yeah, for me, Tonali was the standout in the first half. Really excited to see what he can do this season. And everyone's saying, or I'm saying, bring Bruno on. We want to see Tonali and Bruno on the pitch together. It wasn't quite the way it happened. Half-time comes around, Tonali comes off, Bruno comes on, Anthony Gordon comes on. Wow. Immediately, and bearing in mind, by the way, Anthony Gordon hasn't had a break. He went off with the under-21s. He obviously won the tournament with England. He won Player of the Tournament. We're obviously very happy for him. You can hear the Anthony Gordon singing from the stands from the Newcastle fans, which I've no doubt is going to really help his confidence. First thing he does, boom, down the left-hand side, round the player, cutting in the box. He looks quick. He's energetic. You could say because he hasn't had the pre-season, is he a step ahead? If he can max that out and not need the break, I guess he didn't play loads of games last season, so maybe it wasn't quite as important for him to have a big pre-season. But everything that was happening in the start of that second half was him flicks, tricks, round corners, him and Manquillo on the other side of all people. I thought Manquillo looked good. You've got Isak coming on. He was creating some good play as well. So yeah, really, really positive for Gordon. I would say, magic at times on that ball with his. He almost at times looks just very cool and calm. He's not always like in there, but he's very almost. Takes his time and makes it work. But I say that he's chasing the ball down as well at all times. Ball's in the far corner of the Rangers half of the pitch, and he's on it. I think that was one thing I would say for the majority of the game, is we were very on the ball. We were always chased. It was a testimonial. Alan McGregor, he'd had enough by about 35 minutes. He went off. I'm not really sure why he went off. But all of the best to him, and hopefully it was the testimonial that he wanted. Obviously, probably wouldn't have liked us to score at the last minute, but it was a competitive game, and I'm sure you'll be happy with that. But they did score as well. didn't they? It was against the run of play. I think we had the majority of the ball. And look, they're a Champions League side, you know. I know it's pre-season and I'm picking up all of the good points. I'm sure the Rangers fans would try and do the same. But really, I thought we were the better side. And look, they're in pot 3 in the Champions League. We could have them. We could play them at home and away, and I think we will be capable of beating them in both. So I think that's a real big plus. You talk about bringing players on from the bench, of us wanting to buy players, and have we got the squad? You know, there was no Joe Linton there today. You know, we brought Gordon on today. We brought Isak on. We brought Botman on. But yeah, we have got players. I think yes. It's one game, you know, and when we're playing 3 in a week, it won't be quite as easy to just talk as freely as I am about players and availability. But it's good to know that there are some options for us there. I should mention the fact that there was no Maxi. Yeah, there was obviously reported before the game, lineups come out, no Maxi in the side. It's now reported that he is, in fact, going to leave for 40 million. It looks like it's going to be to Saudi Arabia. So if you could, well, let me know your thoughts on that down below. I did a video earlier today talking about the rumours on Maxi leaving because they were getting pretty hot. By the time the game started, Daily Mail and a few others are reporting that it is confirmed and that he is on his way out. So if that is the case, I do wish Maxi all the best. But back to the game. Yeah, they do score a goal. Karius, by the way, first off, I thought looked good. I was going to say, Darlow in the Gateshead game didn't look great. And I thought this time around, hopefully he can be a little bit better. And no, he's played a slow ball into Bruno. And he's... In fairness to Bruno, he should be looking over his shoulder. He should be more aware of his surroundings. But you've played the ball into your centre mid when he's got a player on his back. I mean, you've given him a hard day at the office with that one. And then their player was hot on it and he's put it in the back of the net. So I think Bruno will be disappointed. I think Darlow will be disappointed. I think Eddie Howe will be very disappointed. Darlow's set to leave. You know, I know Nick Pope's injured. I would say that the thing with Karius is, and you know, I don't want to slate Darlow because that was a poor pass. But you can tell. When Karius plays, he plays like Nick Pope. He obviously trains like Nick Pope. They know what to do. They know to almost play like sweeper keeper. They know to come out. They know where to be. Darlow's been on loan all season. And we've just brought him back and he doesn't understand his defence. He doesn't understand his players. It takes time to rebuild that communication. But it weren't great, you know. And if we are planning on selling him, I wonder why we're playing him. You know, where's Dubravka? Why is Gillespie not on the pitch? If the plan is for Darlow to leave, I'm not sure why he's playing. I know why Nick Pope isn't, because he's obviously got an injury. I know why Karius is, because he looks like he's going to be second place behind Nick Pope. Where's Dubravka and Gillespie? But anyway, 1-1, and I'm thinking, really by this point, we've started to make quite a lot of changes. We gave the chance for a few youngsters to come on. Lewis Miley, I think he got a lot of applause at the Gateshead game, looked really good. I thought he came on and looked pretty good in this one as well. I have to say, I know I've really enjoyed Gordon for what he added in the second half of this game, but I thought Lewis Smiley came on and looked alright as well. I think Manquillo looked alright. To be honest, I was quite impressed with Manquillo. Give credit where it's due, you know. He's down that right-hand side, flying the ball in. You know, in comparison on the left-hand side, I thought Jamal Lewis was up that side, and I think Wilson was getting annoyed because Lewis wasn't putting the ball in. And funnily enough, it's bloody Manquillo's crossing it in and Isak's not there where Wilson would have been. So, you know, just mixing and matching, and by late in the game it was always going to be that little bit tougher. But we kept at it, we kept fighting, despite Rangers starting to have a little bit more of the ball. And get in, Harrison Ashby gets the goal, 2-1. A lad who's linked to leaving this summer as well, as a few players are. We've got about 5 right backs and 5 left backs, and some of them are going to have to move. Ashby's linked to a loan. He played against Gateshead. He played in this one, and I reckon he'll be in America as well. And it would be nice for him to prove his point. You know, we're being linked with Livramento. You know, who's to say that Harrison Ashby doesn't stand up this pre-season and goes, you know what it is? I can be that man behind Trippier. You don't have to buy a right back. It can be me. You know, it looks like Manquillo's trying to fight for his case. I think there's a difference between a pre-season and 3 games in a week for Manquillo as well. But it was nice to see some players step up today, and it was nice to see us win 2-1. Alright guys, I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching down below. Let me know your thoughts on the game down in the comments below. Who was your man of the match for Newcastle United? Was it Tonali? Was it Gordon? Was it Manquillo? You let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching. Enjoy your night. Catch you in videos all this week. Loads to come. Who knows? Transfers in, transfers out. we'll wait and see what happens this week. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.